One example is this thing we started called 15 Megs of Fame. That was a music community, and it was for independent artists to go upload their songs. They get voted on, and then we tried to find opportunities for the best musicians on the site, like get them signed or get them gigs or whatever it was. But
Right.
we kind of failed because we had a lot of trouble making the opportunities come to life. Um,
Hmm.
so we tried to get in with labels, trying to get them to commit to signing X acts per quarter or X acts per year or whatever. Um, but I don't know, it was kind of like a weird time in the music industry that we started that, and and we also have always been extremely scrappy. Like we never hire anybody unless we're just it's incredibly painful to continue doing it ourselves.
Right.
And
Right.
I think if we would have hired a few people, like a few biz dev kind of people to go in and make those relationships and try not try to do it ourselves on top of doing threadless and everything else, we probably could have made that happen. But um, yeah, we shut it down a few years back.
So that was a big thing. The big lesson there was you have to have your incentives right for people in order for people to participate.
Yeah, you got to be able to. And I've always dived into stuff thinking I'll be able to figure it out along the way. Like we talked about it before. That's one puzzle I couldn't solve.
How about another failure in community?
So sometimes when we launch new features on the site, almost 100% of the time there's backlash, right?
Really?
Uh, yeah, I mean the community wants things the way they are, and change is really hard for communities to adapt to typically, right? Um, so one thing, like after doing that a few times, and I wouldn't say we failed at it. Like usually if we do a change, it evens out after a few weeks. Everybody forgets it ever happened. But what we really strive to do now is whenever we make a change, uh, we take the granular bits of feedback and actually we kind of like set aside a week after a new feature's launched to iterate on it based on community feedback.
So
Um,
you account for error in launching something.
yeah, I wouldn't say that it's even necessarily an error a lot of times. It's more that the community wants to be a part of the change. So we try to involve the community
Ah,
before
interesting.
we even make it if we can. But just so long as they can see that their requests turn into action is huge. Like it doesn't oftentimes actually have anything to do with whether the change was right or wrong. It's more that the
Closing that
involvement.
feedback loop, like they feel like they're part of it.
Yeah.